Have you ever watched your whole world burn down from the inside of a parked car? I sat there, engine off, across the street from our own Chicago brownstone on North Dearborn Parkway, the glow of my phone screen painting my face in cold blue light. It was 2 a.m. The message on the screen wasn't for me. It was from him, a single smug sentence sent to my wife, Sarah. Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about it. My hands were shaking, not with rage, but with a terrifying hollow cold. I'd just spent the last 2 hours in a hotel parking lot on the Magnificent Mile. Watching her car, watching the lights in that fifth-floor window go out. She'd told me she was at a work dinner. The lie was so easy for her. And as I sat there, the betrayal felt like a physical weight, crushing the air from my lungs. I didn't know it then, but that single text message was the key that would unlock a cage I didn't even realize I was building. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. For a year, I had been the perfect husband. Loyal, trusting, the guy who brought her coffee in bed every morning and believed every word she said. That man died that night in the car. The first sign, looking back, was so small I almost missed it. A sudden obsession with her phone, angled away from me on the couch. Then came the late-night work emergencies, and the receipts from expensive restaurants I'd never been to, crumpled at the bottom of her purse. When I'd ask, her eyes would turn to ice. "Are you questioning me?" She'd ask, her voice dripping with a manipulative chill that made me feel like the villain. "I'm exhausted, working to help build our future. And you're accusing me of something." She was so good at it. She and her lover, a smug real estate developer named Marcus Thorne, must have felt untouchable, laughing at the fool she came home to every night. The emotional break happened on a Tuesday. I found a credit card statement for a room at the Peninsula, a hotel we'd always dreamed of staying at for our anniversary. The charge was from a weekend she was supposedly at a spa retreat with friends. I walked into the bathroom, locked the door, and slid down the cold tile, the statement shaking in my hand. I didn't make a sound. The sobs were silent, racking my body until I was empty. That's when the grief turned into something else. Something hard and sharp. The broken man got up, splashed water on his face, and a strategist looked back at him in the mirror. My new purpose was singular: gather proof. Gathered proof, I installed a keylogger on her laptop. I bought a voice-activated recorder small enough to slip into the side pocket of her car door. Every text, every whispered phone call, every deleted email became a file in a folder on a secured hard drive I kept in a safe deposit box. The evidence mounted, a monument to her deceit. The trap was twofold: legal and social. I consulted a shark of a divorce attorney in downtown Chicago, a woman who specialized in high-asset divorces and had a reputation for leaving her opponents with nothing but dust. We planned every step. While Sarah was out one evening, I moved all our joint liquid assets into a new account solely in my name. An account she had no knowledge of, perfectly legal, as my lawyer assured me, given the circumstances of infidelity I could now prove. The social trap was for Marcus. I discovered through my digging that his entire real estate empire was a house of cards. It's built on fraudulent loans and investor fraud. An anonymous, meticulously detailed tip to the SEC was all it took. The public exposure was a masterpiece of timing. I chose our annual charity gala, an event Sarah chaired, a night where she would be at her most arrogant, surrounded by the city's elite. As she stood at the podium, giving a speech about integrity and trust, my lawyer served her with divorce papers right there, in front of everyone. The flash of cameras was blinding. At the exact same moment, an email I had scheduled was sent to the entire guest list, her family, and our friends. The subject line: "The truth about Sarah and Marcus." It contained screenshots of the texts, audio clips of their calls, and copies of the hotel receipts. The room fell into a stunned silence, broken only by the frantic buzzing of 100 phones. Her face, projected on the large screens behind her, collapsed from smug superiority to sheer, unadulterated horror. She stumbled off the stage, her social world incinerated in an instant. The next morning, the news broke that Marcus Thorne had been arrested by federal agents. His house of cards had come crashing down. She screamed when I finally told her what her affair partner confessed in prison. I visited her in the small, sad apartment she was forced to move into. She was a ghost of the woman she once was. Her designer clothes replaced by worn-out sweats, her eyes hollow. She begged, she pleaded, she tried to manipulate me one last time. I just looked at her, devoid of any feeling. "I saw Marcus," I said calmly. "He told me everything. How you two planned to drain my finances and leave me with nothing. How he was going to use the fraudulent money to set you both up in a new life." The color drained from her face. The final piece of her delusion that he had ever loved her was gone. He had sold her out for a lighter sentence. She let out a sound that wasn't a cry, but a raw, guttural scream of absolute ruin. I didn't stay to listen. My work was done. Sometimes, late at night, I walk down North Dearborn Parkway and look at the brownstone that was once our home. The end.